What's going on, guys? Mike O back. Today I'm doing a video response, a contest response for Baseball Collector. Mike, great job with this contest. It's been unbelievable. It's been a tremendous amount of fun watching everyone's videos. It's really, I think, kind of energized the community a little bit. I know a lot of people have had a tremendous amount of fun with it, me included, but I do echo others' thoughts. This was very difficult, as it should be. To pick just 10 is really, really tough. There's just so many great people out there making awesome content, making very informative content. Some people have just started, some people have been doing it for a long time. So it's really tough, and it's been interesting to get the perspective of different people. So Mike, thank you for this contest. Like I said, it's just been a lot of fun. So let's get right to it. It's tough. I narrowed down to 10. And I tried to use a few different things in my head to kind of decide who I would choose. First up, it's a no-brainer. AR77, Michael. Been on YouTube for a very long time. Just been one of the charter members of the community. Been making videos forever. Has done so many meetups and made so many friends with people in the community. Runs the Facebook group he has. Just tremendous asset for a long time. For you guys who, had never followed his channel in the past, you've gotten a little taste of it in the last week or so by his epic response video for this. And he just has so many classic videos. Not only has he put out great content and done it for a very long time and made a huge impact on the community, he has just tremendous classic videos. It's unbelievable. eBay dude, his Panini songs, puts a lot of time and effort into the content. Very informative and very entertaining. So AR77 should be on everyone's ballot. Just tremendous. Michael, thank you for everything you've contributed for so many years. Very appreciated. Next up, Thundering24. That's who I went with. He, again, has been doing videos for a very long time. Unbelievable kind of numbers if you kind of look at the numbers in terms of subscribers and some of these videos he has with crazy amount of views. Collects Ken Griffey stuff, does some retro box breaks, has a lot of really entertaining content, and just so much of it that he's been doing for such a long time. So Thundering24 was someone I felt kind of compelled that I had to make sure I got in here for sure. Next up, number 3, Tommy Golf 85. He's another no-brainer for me. He's been on here for a long time as well, and is just fun as hell to watch. I would love to see him hopefully put up, he's recent months, it's kind of like one a month, so maybe we're due for another one coming up, but just a ton of fun. Has a positive message, and the screaming and yelling and all that stuff is just hilarious. He's thoroughly entertaining, and you do get some information there too. You get information about some of the breaks he was in, and he's just fun to follow. And I've seen him comment a lot on videos and stuff like that, so really appreciate that. And absolutely, Tommy Golf 85 is, in my opinion, a surefire Hall of Famer. Next up, I kind of move over to the TTM guys a little bit. I sort of I like the way Garrett did his response video, Card Cutter. And I agree, you got to look at, try and diversify a little bit. There's a lot of factors into choosing who you're going with. But I do think one thing you have to keep in mind is this is supposed to be at least a Hall of Fame vote, with the idea that you will have future installments and continuing to add. It's not like a Mount Rushmore. It's not a, 5 favorite recent. It's not top 10. It's not that. That's the way I kind of looked at this, and everyone was entitled to their own response, of course. But next up is the network, formerly the Autograph Network. Michael has always done a great job. I watched his videos before I even was logging into YouTube and commenting and all that and making videos. So big TTM guy. He's also collected pins and stuff, kept his son involved in it. That's all awesome. Sports and non-sports, a lot of baseball and football. And when I was getting started, definitely a huge influence to get me thinking, you know what, I should get back into TTMing and send some stuff out. And it's a great way to build and add a collection. It's also a great way to make use of old sports cards that are otherwise kind of useless, but great with the great in the community, very active. And as you can see, put out a tremendous amount of content, put time into it. So absolutely, surefire Hall of Famer, one of those guys that kind of feel like would have to be on it, wouldn't he? If you pay any attention to TTMs at least. But the Autograph Network was an absolute definite. Next one, another older time guy, Squeepa21. Very disappointed that at the National I did not get to meet him, even though he thought for a brief moment he did meet me, but he got to meet Mr. Fisherbike instead, so that worked out all right for him. But Phil puts up great content, really fun to follow if you're into TTMs, does certified autos as well. Pretty much does like 2 videos a month at this point for the most part, and it's really cool. And I know he's mentioned in videos before the way he does this, and you can kind of go through and cycle through his videos, and you see the evolution. His videos always feature his son or daughter, does both of them during the month, and you can see just from scrolling down the videos, you can kind of go back in time, and then you can loop up and go back in time. So that's awesome for him. That's one of the reasons I love YouTube, beyond making friends and meeting people and producing content and sharing this hobby with other people. I love the way that on your channel you can kind of basically just archive footage and stuff. I personally have a family channel as well. It's a private channel, and I've taken all my old home videos and stuff from back when I was like 5 years old that my uncle gave me and all that, and I've archived all that stuff. And to me, there's a lot of social media stuff that provides different stuff, but YouTube, unbelievable for this type of ability to archive stuff. But Phil has great stuff. He's entertaining to watch, has a lot of cool cards, and every now and then you'll see him get guys in, or he'll get stuff through a draft, and you go, you know what, I want to add that guy to my collection, because he doesn't do just all the big time guys. He'll collect guys that he wants for his collection, or teams or players that he likes. He has a vast collection, great channel, and absolutely got a vote from me for the YouTube Hall of Fame. Next up, if you're talking TTM, card cutter, Garrett, he absolutely has to be on that list. He's been doing these videos for quite a while as well. Very active in the community. Has gone to the National a few times. Really active in other groups as well on Facebook. Now he's on Instagram. But TTM-wise, he certainly gets in a lot, like many of the TTM people. But I don't know if anyone, specifically with football, but he's done it with baseball and hockey as well. Gets as many big boppers, as he likes to call it. Unbelievable. Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, just for that alone would make him a Hall of Famer. But Garrett's a great guy, very active in the community. You'll see him comment on people's videos. He makes content, puts all this stuff up, and not only does he do the TTM stuff, but he's now doing the PSA DNA stuff. And as someone who also does group submissions, I can tell you that is not easy work. It's something that's, I think, very cool for the community, but it is definitely something that you need to discipline yourself and be very, you need to just work hard at it, and it's very time consuming. To protect people's collectibles, to take the time to do it right, do the submissions, put out a lot of money and time and effort. I mean, these submissions, I know, can take not just an hour or two. I mean, they take a full day plus of work to just gather up, to put the info in, and to make sure that you pack everything properly. So Garrett, you're no doubt about it, a Hall of Famer. Next up, we're going with Topps 85401, Nate. Nate, absolutely Hall of Famer. You've been on for a long time. I want to say like 7 years or so. And not only do you have a lot of subscribers on your Topps 85401 channel, but Baseball Card Junkies TV, very successful as well. I'm pretty sure you're over 1,000 subscribers on that channel. And you're a huge influence in this community. I know you've taught a lot of people a lot of information. You put out a lot of content. It's fun content. It's interesting. A lot of great cards. Your Bonds collection is outstanding, and just a big-time member of the community, in my opinion. And I know firsthand, just from being at local card shows in the Philadelphia and New Jersey area, I've run into people multiple times who have either recognized me or for some reason talked about YouTube, and many times they've brought up Baseball Junkies TV or your Tops channel. So people who aren't even necessarily active in this community, who are just out there watching YouTube, are recognizing you and watching your videos. So to me, absolutely no doubt about it. Hall of Famer for sure. Nate, hopefully, hoping for all the best for you and your family. Next up has to be EliteCo3. He's been doing videos for a few years here, and Nolan just has a great collection, breaks boxes, does amazing 500 card PSA submissions, has tons of information, and I know a lot of people just enjoy your channel. A lot of people are gathering information off your channel. You definitely take an investment angle, which is an important part of this hobby. It is a hobby, of course, but when you're spending so much time, effort, and energy on collecting these items, you do want to have at least some knowledge or some thought to the investment portion of it. And you've taught a lot of people stuff, and your channel is obviously very successful in terms of views and subscribers and all that. And not only that, I constantly hear so many people in the community discuss and talk about your channel and talk about how much they enjoy it or how much they learn from it. So Nolan, to me, is absolutely a Hall of Famer, and I've heard a few people say they want the whiteboard videos to come back. They were pretty interesting, but just keep doing what you're doing. Enjoy those mail bins. Enjoy the thoughts on all the cards. You're not just showing cards for the sake of showing cards. You're talking about why you've purchased the cards, whether it's for investment, whether you thought it was a good deal, whether it's just a card you like, and sometimes it's just a card for your collection that you enjoy. So EliteCo3, absolutely a Hall of Famer, no doubt. And my final two, one is going to Mike over Eastern Connecticut Sports Cards. Hasn't been active in the last 5 months or so. Hopefully will be coming back soon, at least in some capacity. But Mike's a great guy. He started on YouTube right around the same time as me. We're a very similar age. He's maybe a few months or a year older. But Mike really just he went all out and has gone all out in both collecting and making YouTube videos. Really thought about his content, made just tons of videos, did a little bit of everything. He dabbled in TTM for a while, did a lot with the PSA grading, did the PSA grading for quite a while, the group submissions that I eventually took over. And Mike, I understand how much work it was. Not that I didn't understand before, but I absolutely understand now. Has attended the conventions, done box breaks, mail days, just tons of content, has opened stuff just kind of for fun, did old wax, new wax, and just a genuine guy, someone that I think people really gravitated towards. Another guy that's just received a lot of support, and I've, over the years, just heard so many people talk about how his channel has inspired them to either get back into collecting or to, kind of try different aspects of collecting. So, Mike, you got a vote from me for the Hall of Fame. And my final one is going to my buddy Ed Weskergriff, someone who I certainly never met before YouTube, but I'm glad and happy to consider a friend now. Have hung out with him outside of, YouTube events and stuff now. Met up at card shows and stuff. And Ed is a great guy. Steady as a rock, makes videos pretty much weekly. If he doesn't make one week, you're getting two the next. He's been doing it for 7 years. Extremely consistent. Does a few pack rips from time to time and stuff like that, but is mostly picking up stuff for his collection, showing off stuff. Very, just a genuine guy. Really fun to get to know and follow everything. Obviously does a lot of Phillies, Orioles, does Eagles, Sixers, and Flyers from time to time. Does the Game of Thrones stuff. And has just been someone who I always look forward to his videos, and I certainly enjoy them. So those were my 10 votes for the YouTube Hall of Fame class, the initial class. But like I said, it was really difficult. So many deserving people, so many people out there getting support. I know Mike said there were like over 100 people that had received at least one vote, which is just unbelievable. And this is a great community. I've really enjoyed it over the last few years. Life's not always easy, but this community is always something you can kind of go back on and just enjoy all the awesome stuff that it has to offer, all the great channels, all the great personalities, all the great collectors. It's just, it's been a blast. It's been a lot of fun to be part of, and I've enjoyed the hell out of it. And there's so many people that I left off that I feel like I shouldn't have left off, but you can only do 10, you can only do 10. So a whole list of honorable mentions that some of these guys I'm sure will get voted in now, and some in the future. You'll definitely be getting my vote sometime soon. KG Sports Cards is someone, he's not real involved in the community, but has just unbelievable content and tons of views and stuff. Aaron Davis, unbelievable. So much knowledge and information, puts out great videos. Pepino Man, of course. He's unbelievable impact on the community, entertaining videos. Brad8671, unbelievable guy. Way too generous around Christmas, but great information. Always enjoyed listening to his videos, his thoughts on different products. Silver Jackify is another guy. I couldn't believe when I ended up not having him on the list. He puts out some great content. Baseball Collector, of course. You've been super involved for the last year. You've obviously been around longer than that, but the last year, and specifically the last 6 months, have just shifted to all new gear, and this alone has propelled you to be a Hall of Famer, and I think you'll have no problem getting in. Ray from Philly, Chicago fan Jason, Mr. Fisher Bike, Sicktifer 2024, Purple GT, some more of the old guys like Den 1013, Jericho 94, 1, Dave's Midlife Card Crisis, This Film's Not Yet Rated, Giuseppe, Griffey Hoarder 24, Be More Greg, Hudson Fan 15, DB Tiller, All-Star Jersey Shop. Manny, your channel's awesome. Another one of the kind of inspirations to so many people. LS Cards, you are a young guy. You've reached 1,000 subscribers, but you have all these people. You're inspiring these new younger kids and stuff. So it just kind of keeps going and going. Caleb's Cards, Troy Rudder, the best looking videos on YouTube in the sports related community at all. Funky Diabetic 1, Bart 81 US Air Force, Ricky Russo. I mean, unbelievable. You've been putting out videos for so long, put out so many videos, opened so much stuff, and you definitely take your time to recognize all the little guys in the community, and you have a hell of a following, of course. Fight On 5-2, Lucas Eat World, and so many more, and the community just keeps building and evolving and changing. It certainly isn't what it was 7 to 10 years ago, and it's not what it was when I came into it 4 years ago. It's not really even what it was 2 years ago. It just keeps changing, and hopefully everyone kind of sticks it out, keeps making videos, and it will continue to evolve in a positive light. Thank you guys for listening. I know this video was way longer than I anticipated. I figured I'd go about 10 minutes or so, but it was a lot of fun. Contest is great. Guys, support each other. Enjoy each other's content, and there's always new people coming into the community, and I always like to do my best to support, follow, and welcome all of them. Have yourselves a great one.